Simply, Sporting Club Alaman, we set up as an umbrella body for hopefully a number of sports over the next few years. As you mentioned already, we have the football club, and we're just getting the cycling club underway as well. And the idea is that we have a number of like-minded teams that we follow. We follow with the same structure, and we follow the same philosophy the whole way down. The guiding principle for all our clubs is going to be providing opportunities and pathways for Manx sports people through a team environment as opposed to individual sports, and to allow them to compete at a high level outside of the Alaman.
Yeah, I think that the word that kind of Tony's alluding to there is kind of community. It's like what you asked before, why is it needed? And it's not needed. We could do what we're doing with football and with cycling as separate entities completely. It doesn't need to be in this model, but we've thought long and hard about the best way to pull something together to get as many people behind it within our community as possible, and to make sure that it's truly representative of our community. And if we can do that, and then you can have cycling and football working together and creating a sporting structure that works for each other as well as for the wider sporting community and the Manx public and local businesses, then that's why we've decided to do it. But we don't need to go down this route, but we believe it's going to deliver the best outcomes for the sports people, but also the wider community of the Isle of Man.
This has been a difficult bit for us to really try and convey to people, is that notion of what a sporting club model is, because I think in the UK specifically, we're not overly familiar with it. Equally, there are clubs that will be household names that we all know from, say, football, for example. If we look at it, we say Lazio is a sporting club. We've got Sporting Club Portugal as a sporting club model. We've got Bayer Leverkusen, we've got Barcelona, we've got Feyenoord. These are all household names that we know that all operate under a sporting club model. It's just something that's alien to us. I think probably one of the main clubs that is going to be moving towards this model, as I understand, is Everton. Now moving towards a sporting club model as well. And as you start to see, Eastbourne as well, then we might see more of those clubs that are getting involved. You've seen Man City, for example. They may start to adopt that multi-sport model as well, maybe. But I don't know. For us, I think it's a really easy way, as Paul says, for us to say, okay, look, there is a spirit and there is an ethos and there is there an approach that we will take at Sporting Club. And if you want to buy under our colours, for example, you will follow those same ethoses and principles and rules. You'll live by the same motto, in effect.
And there is a very clear philosophy about how Sporting Club will operate, and therefore how it expects its teams below it to operate. And the intentions are to create as many positive ripples beyond the clubs as possible for our community. And really, the Sporting Club is the custodian of those philosophies and values and intentions. And they make sure that the sports teams that they own follow them. And if they don't, then there's ways within the board structure to make sure they get back on track again a little bit. The membership will hopefully keep all of that on track as well, so we don't go too far away from our philosophies and values and intentions, and how the individual clubs fulfill that and how they go, the actions they take to embody those philosophies and values and intentions are very much down to them. And they create their own little worlds, but they can't come away from the community focused opportunity benefit sort of model where we're putting our community first at all. And that's, I think, where the governance would start to come down from Sporting Club, but not on individual decision making, which very much will be with the boards and the work at the day-to-day management group of the clubs.